Hi there, Telebait here with another Legends of Runeterra deck guide. This time we're looking at what I think is the most underrated archetype of all time in Legends of Runeterra, which is Nightfall. This deck, or this archetype I would say, has been really strong basically ever since it was released in the first Targon expansion, but a lot of times people are like, Diana's rubbish, Nocturne's rubbish, Nightfall's rubbish, and I mean, it's just not true, and I think right now Nightfall is stronger than it's ever been, and I'm showcasing it here today just to show you how to play it and how successful it can be. For the Mulligan with this deck, you're pretty much only looking for your Nightfall activators. Everything else is rubbish. You're looking for Lunari, Dustbringer, the Flight. Diana is also a good keep, and you can keep things like Stygian if you already have a Nightfall activator, but that is pretty much all you're looking for. Fading Memories is a Nightfall activator, but it's dependent on having units on the board, so it's not a keep in your starting hand. And everything else, you just throw away and look for those Nightfall activators. You want as many of them as possible. If you have 3 already in your hand, maybe at that point you throw away one of your activators, but I would keep up to 2 in your starting hand. So that's all for the deck summary. If you enjoy the video or the deck, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of my Legends of Runeterra deck guides, and I hope you enjoy the games. Got a Nightfall activator, so we always keep that, and we're attacking turn 2. Diana will be our turn 2 player over Lunari, so we'll throw away these 2. And this is a very good hand. Play Dustbringer first. Always play Dustbringer turn 1. Now turn 2, he could have something like that Daybreak unit, the 3/6, but if he doesn't have that, he could have something like Mountain Goat instead. Mountain Goat isn't that strong. Actually going to go with the Dustbringer just in case he does have that 3/6.
Think you're fast? Cute.
As this instead, but so we get the 2 damage in, and that's why we don't open attack, because we're always going to get 2 damage in anyway.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
And here I'm just going to play the Dustbringer to act as an activator for Diana.
Find your own light within the darkness.
And it's okay to play Diana not as a Nightfall, because when we activate Nightfall she'll get Challenger after she levels up. And I'm going to play the Flight here as well, just to activate Nightfall for Pale Cascade.
Once I stayed my blade,
Is that stunning?
spared your life, Leona.
Would you have slain me then, knowing what I'd become?
Here's our chat.
And I'm going to attack him with just the 2/1. Diana would be a bad trade into that. And these 2 can be used as chump blockers. Stygian is a great draw, and we'll pass. We can use we've got 3 spell mana, and we can always use the spell mana next turn for short Stalking Shadows to act as a Nightfall activator. One thing is, we don't have a good Nightfall unit to play this turn, but you can Stalking Shadows into them. He passes. I will use Stalking Shadows here. It is quite tempting to pass back. We get Crescent Guardian, it's a Nightfall unit we're looking for, and we can play that down.
The full moon awakens the soul.
And then next turn is probably our big blowout turn.
Only purpose to fall. I face my fate. Your turn.
I'm okay with that. And here I'm going to open with. It's careful to think about what you can play. So it's 4 mana, 1 mana. Got 9 mana, so that's 5. This is effectively 0. I think playing the Flight up first is slightly better. Just because we can't play the Crescent Guardian anyway, so we're better off playing Flight, Stygian, Nocturne, and then a Pale Cascade if we need to. You'll definitely have some sort of stun card. Okay, that's interesting. So it is possible to keep Diana alive, but then we can't play Nocturne, so I'll keep Stygian alive, making sure to use the Pale Cascade, which isn't Diana, and then we can play Nocturne afterwards. This puts him out of stun range for... This puts him out of range for quite a few stuns. The only thing left really is Steel Tempest.
Abomination.
And this is enough to level him up. And the big question is, where do we block? If we do stuff like this, he stuns this, we don't get the kill. If we do stuff like this, we don't get the kill anyway. So I'd rather trade like this so Yasuo does die in case he does have the Steel Tempest. Because if he has Steel Tempest, he's stunned in Nocturne and we're not getting the kill either way.
The skies darken. Shroud the world in darkness.
Pretty sure Steel Tempest is the only thing which saves him. Pale Cascade into buffing one of his units to free attack can save him. Okay, so he does have the Steel Tempest. There was a Yasuo Steel Tempest, so that's second Yasuo down. We're in quite a good position here, I feel.
Our strength is forever at its zenith.
Blessed daylight surrounds you.
We're not playing Diana for a Nightfall effect because we're not really blocking with her. I'm just using her as development and to lower the attack of the opponent's units. That is completely fine with me. Actually, I think I'm going to Unspeakable Horror to see if we can find a good unit here. It's important to do it now because then we can play the unit straight away on that action. Moonlight Affliction, not a bad draw.
I am the bulwark against darkness.
And we're just going to pass it.
Pick on some of your own speed.
Yeah, I'm happy to let that go through. Okay, I'm going to pass. I'm going to Fade in Memories the one drop. And I'm also going to open with Moonlight Affliction onto these two, so that they can't block and that they can't stun. And then if we're attacking with everything, you'll have to do... This can block one. He would have to stun another two or heal, which I don't think he has enough mana for. The main stuns I'm worried about are Concussive Plant, because he used Yasuo Steel Tempest, which suggests he doesn't have any normal Steel Tempest. He can use 2 Concussive Palms, which is not enough to keep him alive. He could use Star Shaping, which is not enough to keep him alive. I just don't see a way he survives here. My attack order is actually really bad. I did actually enable him one way of surviving, which is Spirit's Refuge. I should have attacked with these units first and the stronger units last, but we don't get punished, we win anyway. That was actually a big mistake and could have cost me the game. Just played it a bit too quick, but oh well, really. I believe Dragons is a little too slow for us, so should be a good matchup. Got a Nightfall Activator. I like keeping 2 Nightfall Activators here. That is completely okay. Looking for some Nightfall units. Didn't find them yet, but hopefully we'll find some. And we definitely play the Dustbringer here.
Forward into battle unprepared.
Still no Nightfall units, which is unlucky. I'm not playing the Flight because we can't activate a Nightfall off it. Oh, double Dragon Child. He's got a good start. Dan is a great draw here.
The skies darken with their approach.
We're going for Crescent Guardian, just a good turn free play here. You'll notice that I like banking turn 2 mana into turn 3 so we can Stalking Shadows into Doom Beast or Crescent Guardian. It's a very common play I do with this deck. Okay, and he's going to look to play something like Screeching Dragon here, and Screeching Dragon's going to get 7 attack, which is absolutely insane, and we can't really deal with right now. So I'm just going to attack in like this, so that he either trades his units and loses some value on the Screeching Dragon, or takes a lot of damage. And I am actually going to Pale Cascade to deny him the draw and the extra stats. To deny him the draw and the extra stats on whatever dragon he plays. Oh, and no dragon here. That's really good. It's really good. Oh. Okay, no dragon in hand. He's running a pretty greedy version with Dragon Trowel and Elder Dragons, but I think we had that game won next turn with Nocturne anyway. Okay, we're up against Deep here. This should be a good matchup for us. Deep does generally struggle against aggro. There are some versions, if you go excessive amounts of Withering Whales and Grasps, that can be okay, but generally good balanced Deep decks struggle against aggro. Got a bad starting hand again. Like, it would be good to have some sort of play on turn 2, but we just don't have it. So yeah, we're just gonna have to pass it. There's the Lunari Dustbringer, pretty late to the party.
Night flowers upon my blade.
I will play the Diana here, just to use some of our mana up. We're going to be playing Flight and Crescent Guardian next turn anyway. I'm not going to block. So we play Flight into Crescent Guardian, activate the Nightfall. Oh, he is a greedy version, so we might struggle. Grasped.
The full moon awakens the soul.
Then we're attacking everything. We've got the Pale Cascade if he decides to block this. And he might decide to block. We'll do it first, so it kills one of those units first. Okay, Pale Cascade. See, Nocturne is great here. Another grass going, that's great. He's really greedy. 2 grasps. Wonder if he runs free. It's getting close. Deep. So we take this block here. It's a good block for us. We don't block here because Withering Whale can kill Diana or Wild Beast. Like, putting her down to 1 HP is just too low, and this is not a fearsome block anyway.
Arise in art. You tried to blind me with resplendence, but they could not break me.
Okay, this turn we have 8 mana. So that allows us to Dust Petal, Pale Cascade, and Unto Dust.
Bloom and fade with the morning.
So I'm dropping Nocturne first. We have the Diana Challenger to deal with any fearsome blockers he plays.
Even a full moon has a dark side.
Oh dear. So we can just Pale Cascade here. Doesn't go through.
No more lies. Face your heretic.
And plus the Unto Dusk. This is lethal. Yeah, just a good beatdown. It is definitely a favoured matchup. Deep does struggle against aggro, which is why it has to have so many healing effects, but still not enough apparently. Okay, we're up against another Elite deck, it looks like it. Keep our early units. Get Dustbringer, which is always the card you want to see. And we'll play Dustbringer first here.
Only a fool would enter battle unprepared.
Get our 3 damage in.
Rise!
And this turn, probably looking to pass. Because then we can set up Shadestalker and Diana, or Stygian down, Stygian Shadestalker next turn. Stalking Wolf. I think this is Mogwai's list. I'm okay with that trade. Keep passing.
Her flowers bring the moonlight with them.
Gonna play Diana first here.
Find your own light within the darkness.
Yours is the light I cherish, Moon Sister.
That's interesting. But Brittle Steel here could be a problem. I'm gonna play the Stygian. And then we'll attack like this. Just because I'm a bit worried of Brittle Steel. So this forces him to block here if he wants to. And if he Brittle Steel's here, we've got the Pale Cascade to make sure she still kills. There it is.
Cloaked in silver light.
Didn't really expect him to actually be running it, but turns out he is. Okay, we're in a really good position. Well, that was a big outplay. Okay, next turn we can play the Flight and Nocturne.
Took the bait.
So here, I'm going to Fade in Memories, the Dustbringer. and play Doom Beast. Doom Beast provides a good blocker for the 3/3. We might not block though, because Nocturne's come down next turn and we'll lower his attack to 2 and he's not a fearsome blocker. Yeah, we need all 3 attacks to level up Nocturne, so this block is a bad block for us. And we'll play the Flight here. I don't believe his deck runs Avalanche, which is why I'm not playing around it at all. It's a unit-based deck, so and it's very strange for unit-based decks to run cards like Avalanche. Oh, that's really good for us. Is this lethal on board? He could have Sharp Sight, but this is lethal on board. Yeah, if he blocks 1. So if he does have Sharp Sight, he lives. But I think we force him to have it, because he still needs to block Nocturne or Diana, which neither are great blocks. Actually, if he blocks with this, okay, never mind, GG. Okay, this time we're up against Azir Hecarim. Be a semi-aggro list. I believe we're faster. Be close though. We'll keep our Nightfall activators. Always keep your activators. This is great, so then we can Dustbringer and then Petal Shadestalker turn 2.
Night flowers upon my blade.
We can even Flight Stygian. That's more damage, I like this. It's his fearsome blocker, but this is still good.
Shurima never fell. It only awaited my return.
We're going to be playing Flight and Shadestalker and not looking to block this turn.
Destiny calls.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. But I don't think we block it.
Glorious sacrifice.
I don't think we have any choice but to play Nocturne here.
Flowers bring the moonlight with them.
Maybe I should have vulnerable to Azir. Could have been a stronger play.
Whatever the cost.
But either way, we're attacking with everything like this. Okay, I'm just digging for blockers here. Okay, Haunted Relic isn't actually that bad.
The order is give. I have risen. And we, Shurima.
Just gonna play another Flight. And block this, that does the most damage. 2 health, probably a little low, so we'll block another
Cannot
one.
hold us down.
5 health, I feel okay about.
We will be free.
And we can play this, and we can use this on Nocturne to allow us to attack it. Oh, that's a mistake. Okay, so we'll pale onto this. Activate the Nightfall effect. Attack in, and this is lethal. GG! Wow! Not really convinced about my line of play. Maybe it was better to kill us here, but it paid off.